He said, you say, what, my tutor?
Really?
Yes. It's what you call her in Act 2, Scene 1 in the first meeting with Ferdinand.
Do I?
Oh, actually, I think it might be Act 1, Scene 2.
Oh.
Foot, as in the bottom of those higher arches. Truth is, Prospero, that since reading some feminist interpretation of the text, it is clear to me that one of Shakespeare's intentions in The Tempest is to pick the scab of gender inequality.
Oh, dear, no! That reading is so 1970s! What, you gonna want Helen Mirren to play Prospero next?
Well, nothing much has changed since the 1970s, as far as I'm concerned. Don't get me wrong, Dad. I'm grateful that you protected me and sheltered me from all the dangers of the world. But is it right to lower your expectations and keep me ignorant just because I'm a girl?
I aim to teach you.
You put me to sleep whenever things start to get interesting. All I want to do is explore this brave new world.
I see where this is going. I'm out of here.
Not so fast. You all need to hear this. Sit down! Miranda is simply passed from Prospero's hands to her husband, and...
Before you get on your moral high horse, it's Miranda who flirts with Ferdinand. You say, I dare not offer what I desire to give. The more it seeks to hide itself, the bigger bulk it shows. You're not so innocent.
Miranda accepts marriage not knowing anything different.
Marriage in this play secures male political allegiance and future male heirs to the throne. Your marriage of your daughter to Prince Ferdinand secures your safe passage back to Milan.
Thank you for clearing that one up, Ariel.
Yes, but you still say, I am your wife if you will have me, otherwise I'll die a maid.
She does it to herself. It's pathetic. I'll be a servant, whether you will or no.
Caliban's not the only one with an inferiority complex.
Miranda is a doormat.
Alright, okay, enough about me. This is bigger than just me. There are other female characters in the play, and there are 2 weddings. There's mine, and... Any of you guys know? Mr. Penrose?
Is it Sandra? Oh, no.
Clarabelle.
Hi.
Mine and Clarabelle's. They're...
What? Stuff and nonsense. What's Clarabelle got to do with anything? She's just a minor footnote who doesn't even make an appearance in the play. Dear God, you're completely confused in your reading. How about you actually stick to the text for once?
I am. Read the small print, Dad. Clarabelle, just another footnote. If it hadn't been for Clarabelle's much frowned upon wedding to the Prince of Tunis, the ship carrying her father and his entourage would never have come within your shores, fallen within your grasp. Her marriage might happen outside of the play, but it is commented on inside of it. It's quite the bone of contention amongst the men.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss that would not bless our Europe.
But rather lose her to an African?
Where she at least is banished from your eye, who hath cause to wet the grief on it. Antonio and Sebastian regard her marriage as a political mistake and blame the King of Naples for allowing such a foolish match. Her marriage on foreign shores, twixt which region there is some space, is kind of a death.
A space whose every cubit seems to cry, how shall that Clarabelle measure us back to Naples?
Having criticized her marriage to the king, Antonio quickly sees a way to prosper from it. With son Ferdinand presumed dead, and the only other living heir so far away, the crown does indeed begin to seem within his grasp. If he can kill the king his brother, Men have the worst intentions.
Speak for yourself.
Motives which repeat themselves. With the king lost in his sleep, and his daughter so far away, they see a way to prosper from it. When I was in my studies so secretly wrapped, my brother did the same for me.
More Shakespearean patterns.
But Clarabelle's is a foolish match. There is no political gain in marriage with Tunis. And besides, these aren't even the main concerns of the play. You love Ferdinand. You exchange eyes. I watched you fall in love at first sight.
Okay, but it wasn't entirely unplanned. Was it, master? Come into these yellow sands, and then take hands.
Shut up.
As a modern girl playing Miranda, I do feel I love him. But through further research, I'm beginning to think that I'm just some sort of political pawn.
Impose readings on the play that don't exist. You're taking a sledgehammer to Shakespeare. Marriage between princes was ever thus. Shakespeare is not a feminist, nor does he marginalize women.
Checkmate.
No, but your old school reading of Shakespeare does. In their last scene together, the newlyweds are revealed playing chess. She says, "Sweet lord, you play me false." She's not just accusing a lover boy of cheating in a chess move.
False? No, my dearest love. I would not for the world.
Yes, for a score of kingdoms you should wrangle, and I would call it fair play. You play me false, I would call it fair play. She sees the inequality, but is taught by society to smile it off.
The chess game is a stage device. You said it yourself. The innocent couple appear when the curtain is drawn back in the end. It's your childlike state which is revealed when she calls it fair play.
She's such a blonde.
She has no choice. She has to flatter to deceive. Shakespeare is not just talking about a game of chess. I don't care what you say. Every woman has to learn how to deal with men's egos.
Alright, you've had your fun. Now I just want to perform this play.
Of course you do. To carry on with the status quo. Well, this play ain't about to be performed until some more home truths are revealed. What happened between you and Cal's mom, Cigarettes?
Yeah, what happened to her?
She was an old hag.
An old hag?
A witch? Is that really the best you can do? Do you mean an old hag, as in a single female, financially independent, unattached, with her own thoughts and feelings, who happens? Just happens to be free of the patriarchy. Imagine that.
Shakespeare doesn't give us much to go on here. Sycorax was a sorceress of great power. You and her actually had quite a lot in common. Both used magic to get their own way. She was exiled from the mainland just as you were, Prospero. Both single parent with child, just like you. She imprisoned me first, but having once freed me, you imprisoned me second. I see another Shakespearean pattern emerging.
Okay, so, sit down. We're going to have a chat now. There's no doubt that Sycorax must have put her magic to pretty foul purpose. But she was not pure evil. Look at what the text tells us. From Algiers she was banished, but for one thing she did, they would not take her life. They would not take her life. There must have been some redemptive thing, some act for which, in spite of all of her terrible deeds, they would not take her life.
Not take her life?
Not take her life.
Would you take your enemy's life if it were within your grasp to do so? Aha! Assassination, a favourite Shakespeare theme. Macbeth, Hamlet, and now the Tempest too. First chillingly with the master schemers Antonio and Sebastian, but then comically with Caliban accompanied by a drunken butler and jester. Both parties plot to kill their respective kings.
My strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head. What a sleep were this for your advancements. Do you understand me?
Methinks I do.
Monster, I will kill this man! His daughter and I will be king and queen!
You think that killing my father immediately makes you my husband? Nuh-uh. Okay. So, there are plots aplenty to assassinate the heads of state in this play. But you still haven't answered my question. What happened between you and Cal's mom Sycorax? Did you love her? Did you fight?
Attempts on my lap while I sleep? Even my own daughter! The text does not imply any confrontation between male and female power. Shakespeare is not a misogynist. In fact, the text shows that Prospero has a deep, tender affection for his daughter. He says, "Thy mother was a piece of virtue." He invites the goddesses of earth and skies, Ceres and Iris, to bless his daughter's nuptials, for heaven's sake.
Personally, I think you're all barking up the wrong tree. I find that a psychoanalytical interpretation of the text sheds some interesting light into dark corners.
You going all psycho on us, Al?
Allow me to demonstrate. Primary concern of this text is the ego, Prospero, the self. This is the central concern of the play. Prospero stands isolated in his cell in a rock, in an island. The island is his surrogate state, which he governs by taking control of and suppressing the base animal, Cal, that which Freud calls the id.
I must eat my dinner.
Instinct. Precisely. The animal cravings or instincts with every man, shared with all creatures. However, Prospero is prompted by a capacity for a higher moral sense, by his superego, that's me, Ariel, to forgive his enemies and move on. I prompt him to this: I would were I human. Prospero is torn between the primitive urge for revenge on the one hand, the level of Caliban's basic
I must eat my dinner.
instinct, and the claims of a capacity to forgive on the other. His two sides, me and Caliban, a good angel,
And a bad angel.
are the visible representations of Prospero's own psyche in what the Elizabethans would have recognized as a moral psychodrama. But Prospero's treatment of Caliban, Ariel, and Miranda are not only due to external threats, but more about battling his own inner demons.
The real fight isn't with the external forces.
But rather the internal ones. It's all about you, Pro.
This has nothing to do with me. I'm the victim here, not you or you or you.
No, no, no. You say to me yourself, this thing of darkness, I acknowledge mine.
This thing of darkness, I acknowledge mine.
This thing of darkness, do I acknowledge mine?
This thing of darkness, I acknowledge mine.
Say it!
This thing of darkness, do